Hello everybody, Flik here, and it's time for yet another Let's Look At. Today we are looking at Aerena. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's a mixture between Ether and Arena, so Aerena perhaps? Clash of the Champions. I'll go with the subtitle because I'm honestly not 100% sure. It's a grid-based, turn-based, competitive, online RPG-esque type thing, but before I get into the nitty-gritty of how the game plays, and I will jump into a game against the AI to know in the proving grounds there to try and explain things, although there isn't a way to pause it, I don't think, so I might have to rush a little bit, so that's why I want to get this stuff out of the way first, because the game's got a little bit of an interesting implementation. It is available on Steam Early Access. That is the version I am currently playing that you're seeing right now. It's also going to be available on Mac, Android and iOS. The finished release date they're aiming for is sometime in the first quarter of 2014. Now, the game is going to be free to play when it comes out, but if you go look at this on the Steam Early Access, you will see that it actually costs money. This is because to get on Steam Early Access you have to have a retail price, which is a bit strange, but there you go. So, they've done it in a kind of early adopters package. Not only are you getting early access to help shape the game as it progresses, and do keep in mind everything you're about to see is indeed in progress, so it's not finished, etc, etc. So there's a starter kit where you get access to some of the ships and champions, and I'll show you what those are in a second, as well as an extra copy of the game for £5.99. That's in British pounds. If you want your regional equivalent, please go to the link in the description box below for the Steam page and you will see for yourself. There's also a champion edition, I think, or I can't remember what they call it, digital champion, something like that. It gives you access to even more ships, even more champions, another copy of the game as well, and that's £12.99. So that's basically, I think that's the version they have given me, but I am not 100% sure. Okay, so I think that got everything out of the way. I wanted to get that out of the way early because, you know, I am going to be talking about this, and keep in mind, it is going to be a free-to-play game. So in the same sense of, say, like a MOBA, like Smite, even though it's free to play, you can buy kind of packages which give you better value than buying everything that would, you know, you would have to get separately. So we're going to Proving Grounds. So as I was saying, Aerena, I don't know, Clash of Champions is a mixture of picking a ship, heroes and powers. So these are the four I have available. I believe that's because, again, I said that they've given me the particular package. I've mostly been using the... which one was it? It was the Mac, I believe, yeah, because that's the one I've got currently selected. I'm not 100% sure on the differences between ships. I've tried the Valiant as well, and they seemed identical, other than, you know, looking different. Implementation of ship diversity may not be in yet, I do not know. So I'm going to stick with the Mac. Can I actually get some details on it if I right-click? No, sometimes you can. And we'll go to Continue. Now this is the important bit, the champions. The goal in Clash of the Champions is to destroy the opposing players, or, you know, AI in this case, his ship, by draining all their HP. However, you don't just drain their HP by hitting the ship itself. Killing enemy champions also take away their life total. So these are the champions I have available. Now keep in mind, if you buy the lesser starter pack, or indeed play free to play when the game is released on all those formats I listed, you may not have access to all these, and indeed there is more to come. Such as, you know, following the MOBA style again, there will be more champions down the line. So I have access to what? Bloody Mary, Crank, Aurora, Martel, Bug, Harlequin and the Butcher. And I'm pretty happy with the setup I'm using, which is everyone apart from Harlequin and the Butcher. I'm not used to them. I may switch to them because I think I'm going to have time to fit in a couple of matches, because they don't actually last that long, which is good. I'm saying that as a positive. In very much... I knocked my table, apologies. In very much the same way as, say, Hearthstone, it's good that it offers you bite-sized chunks. So we'll go to Continue. In fact, no, I can show you what the characters look like, I believe, if I left-click a character. Oh, it has to be one I've not picked. So, for example, we'll look at the Harlequin. Harlequin has 5 HP and has a 3-box attack radius, I believe that means. So Harlequin deals massive amounts of melee damage, but his low health means that he is physically as unstable as he is mentally. And then it lists the various attacks he has. Now, you can't just pick at random. Your champions build up ether by taking damage, giving damage, or you can buff them yourself, and that unlocks better and better attacks up to kind of like an ultimate attack. So he has Baton Bash, which is just, you know, 3 damage to an adjacent enemy, fair enough, and it shows you the little kind of the bar that's where you can use it, the area of effect as it were. His second ability, if he has enough ether to use it, has like a crosshair shaped cone of usage, leaps towards an enemy and does 3 damage, or his ultimate is Rampage. He sacrifices himself to kill an adjacent champion, so it's basically 1 for 1. And then there's a bit of story. I'm not going to sit and read all this out, but it's there if you want. So, and he is part of the Aether Junkies faction. I'm not sure what relevance factions have yet either. And there's also the Butcher we can have a little bit of a look at. He is horrifying, and also that one on the far back left there looks a teeny bit like me, so that's a bit disturbing. That's why I've not used him actually. He has a bit more HP than the Harlequin did. His attacks also involve pulling the enemy towards you. Now you might think, why do you want to pull the enemy towards you? Well, we're going to jump into a game after one more screen. Yes, you have to select the shells, which are basically magic powers for your ship. That's the easiest way I can think of to explain. So I could go to say, what's earthing? Can I select it to get a little bit of a blurb about it? Yes, I can. So if I was to take this, I would have a 1 cost ether power where I could remove all ether from an enemy champion. The point of doing that would be they can't use their harder attacks. Simple enough. Now I think I'm currently equipped with one that I can just deal direct damage to the enemy ship, one where I can deal damage directly to a champion, and one where I can heal one of my own champions. I'm fairly happy with that, so we're going to jump into a match. And we'll get the little kind of, that's a loading screen that tells you what all the things on the battlefield do. And it will load in against the AI. And we'll see what kind of randomized map we get.
Ladies and gentlemen, today, live, another exciting battle for Ether. And here are the fearless combatants.
Okay. Right, so I go first and you'll see the timer ticking down there. Again, I do not know how to pause the game, so I apologise if I go a bit too fast, but these symbols on the map, also why is the mouse stopped moving? Why is it? I don't know. Oh yeah, the game does sometimes hang at present, but keep in mind it's in progress. So I can place whichever one of my characters I want. I believe there's a 3 hero limit or a 4 hero limit. I'm going to take the little dwarven guy here, and I'm going to put him right there.
Martel.
He uses a rocket powered hammer, which I find fantastic. So there we go, the enemy spawned. I can't remember her name, but I've got one of them as well. And also, you see what I mean, it's kind of hanging again. I think it's a little bit of a bug in this current build. However, I have persisted through it to have quite a few games already, and now I can pick another champion. Now, because it's kind of a, you place one hero first, then I place one, you and me, etc., you can kind of be a bit strategic. So, that said, I'm going to take the, what is he called, the Fly, and I'm going to put him behind Martel.
The bug.
Oh, a little bit about these bars, that's my health. The 15 there, or you can see the 15 health up there, and the empty icon next to each of ours is our ether. So he's also placed one of those Bloody Mary ladies. I'm going to go a bit melee offensive, I think, and I'm putting all my guys into one corner, but I've never been that risky before, so let's try it. So these symbols on the floor there, they give your ship 1 ether if a character stands on it. If a character stands on that skull, they die. Now, why would you want to walk into it? Well, obviously you wouldn't. However, you can knock and kind of manipulate enemies to get them into that kind of place. Did that not count me pressing? Oh, there we go.
Steel fist crank.
I like him. He's using 2 gigantic robotic arms. Oh, he played the same hero, champion, I mean. And now we're on to the first proper turn now that we've kind of set out the battlefield here. So I'm controlling my dwarven man. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a problem, him over there, because I can't stop him directly. So I'm going to move the dwarven man. You have 2 actions per turn. If you stand still, you can attack twice. So I stood on that. I now have 1 ether on my ship, but I need at least 3 to cast one of my ether shells. And we're going to do his basic attack. Also, if you press on the picture, you can remind yourself what each of these powers are. So we're going to do the thwomp, and I'm going to hit him very quickly before my turn runs out. The turns are very, very quick. Look at this, rocket powered hammer. I love it. And then she is taking her turn. She got 2 damage. Ooh, that's a critical. If it plays a little kind of XCOM-esque animation, you know you've either got a kill or a critical. So that hurt him a lot, unfortunately. Right, we're on the bug. The bug has really bad HP, but really nice range, usually. Okay, can't quite reach. He's going to walk forward once. That's a shame, because it probably means he's not going to kill her, but I'm going to attack the enemy hero there. Did only 1 damage. Pretty bad. She's going to shoot him. So these bars around each person... Oh, critical? Really? That is really bad. These are their ether charges, and as I said, for dealing damage or receiving damage, their ether charges go up. So, for example, Martel now has 2 ether, so he might be able to do his better ability, assuming he lives long enough for me to get another turn. Right, let's see who we can stomp. I'm going to stomp the weaker of the 2 to try and kill her. Oh, it's thinking about the attack. Hopefully it's totally fine. See, this kind of freezing in the current build at time of recording happens very frequently, but it's never crashed, not once. I've never had the game crash at all. It's only kind of not responding every so often. And I did indeed kill her. So, the ship took 2 health damage, and I also get a bonus ether on him, I believe. And then it's going to go to his turn with the, you know, his version of, what was his name? Crank. And I pretty much can't do anything to stop him walking towards me, although he's chosen to buff up his ether instead. Alright, now it's my turn. So, as expected, I have enough to do his tier 2 attack, which is deal 3 damage to an adjacent enemy. I kind of want to do that twice, so I'm actually just going to rocket powered hammer go! Yeah! Nice. And that used up all my ether, so I can only do his basic attack now, and let's see if that's enough to finish her off. It was indeed, so 2 more HP down here, or up here rather. Yep, there it goes. But when an enemy champion is killed, it does actually also give the enemy player 1 ether, so that's kind of it's an effort to balance things, I think. So right now, I am going to heal one of my heroes. I am going to heal the dwarf because I think he's amazing.
New, this one.
There we go, he's back to full health. Now then, what can you do? Deals 1 damage to enemy target or deals 1 to 2? 1 to 2, please. He did 2. But using your ship ability uses up one of your character abilities. Fair enough. Right, what can you do? Shove, knock an enemy back and deals 2 damage. Or you can just punch and deal 2 damage. Now why would I want to knock a hero back, I wonder? Either way, I'm punching this one both times because I want her to die. Every match I've won so far is from killing champions and reducing the enemy HP that way. However, I have hit the ship before. It's just the characters I've picked this time aren't particularly apt for it. I mean, I'll put another match in for sure and I'll pick different heroes to kind of show you the diversity in gameplay. And keep in mind this is against AI, so it's not exactly challenging, but you know, it's easier for me to talk about things. Oh, he did an ability on Crank and murdered him. I think his name's Crank. I hope I'm saying the right thing. Either way, he murdered it, so I got a bit of ether and I lost some HP. I will get the chance to summon another hero because I've lost one of the 3 I have on the field. I won't get it until after this turn though, I believe. So what do I want to do? What is his abilities again? Oh, it's doing the another kind of hang, not responding. There's cover as well. Some heroes can, or champions, sorry, it's a, you know, MOBA hang up. Some characters, champions, heroes, magic men, whatever you want to call them, they are able to hit over and through cover, whereas most are not. So for example, the Fly can actually fire through cover, so he's designed to hide behind these bits. I haven't actually placed him particularly well, but that shouldn't be an issue, I hope. Ooh yeah, nice. Oh, don't freeze mid-animation, please. See, that is the only detractor from the fun I've had with Clash of Champions so far, is the constant not respondings. I'm not sure if it's my computer, I can't say. I think it's Unity, I think, because the launcher looks a lot like a Unity launcher, and I've not had that kind of issue with a Unity game. Oh, I just realised that's where it says the name, so yeah, my dwarf is Martel. And he's summoned one of the Lancer ladies. She's quite nasty. Oh right, I can use my ultimate with Fly if I wanted. Bug, not Fly, my bad. So he can use Immolation, deal 4 damage to an enemy target in range. So either way, 4 is not enough to do a kill, but I'm going to do it on him. And we should get an animation because it's an ult. Yeah, there we go. Immolated. He did a bit of a civilian there, but that's okay. And then I can use my other attack to finish him off. And as I said, he's shooting through cover. Most heroes would not be able to do that. And there we go, that took away the problem, and he's only got 5 HP left. Oh, he spawned a Bloody Mary up there. Now I get to spawn a new hero. I will spawn a Lancer of my own, I think. Or will I spawn a Bloody Mary? Let me think about this. I can, if I wanted, spawn the exact same hero I lost, by the way. Champion. I will keep doing that, I do apologise. Who have I not used? Who did I start with? I don't think I started with an Aurora, so I will use her. And put her there.
Lady Aurora.
Okay, and we're back to Dwarf Man of Doom. So if I kill 2 more heroes, that'd be a good place to start. Let's just start smacking away at her face. There we go, and then this should kill her again. The AI is not playing very well, as I was saying. He shouldn't keep on throwing things at my really strong melee guy. He should be trying to tackle him at range. I have enough to immolate, I think. So I'm going to do that probably. We'll just pick this. We'll pick her over there.
Cranking up the heat.
Let's put her in a very precarious situation, and I do still have 1 more turn with this guy, and he's going to kill him. Her, sorry. I like that the lightning came out of his leg there. It's like he has an irritating jitter. So if I kill 1 more enemy champion, I win. I want to kind of do damage to the ship though, because I think it'd be apt. So if I walk all the way up here with Aurora here, and then if I select this, I can indeed smack the ship. And that is the ship on 0 HP, so it will now fall away and I win.
Sensational.
Huzzah! And we'll get a little champion thing. I'm not sure what these awards mean because I can't quite press on them, because if I press again I see my stats rather than, you know, what they were. So I was using the Mac, they were using the junk, and those are the various stats. Oh, I got another bait and switch. I already have one of those. It's too expensive, I think, for what it does. Now you can also get given basic shells. If I go here, shells every half an hour, I believe, you get a new random shell. So there we go, I got another Healy Dealy and a new bait and switch. And what is this? Knock back all champions adjacent to a friendly champion. That would be really good for knocking someone onto a insta-kill. I may switch that in just to try and do it. So there is a league, and that is player versus player. However, I don't know if anyone is playing it across it. Oh, is that someone speaking to me directly? It's a global chat. Oh, there's how many people are online. 564 people are currently playing. I'm not sure. I think a player match will go on a lot longer than an AI match, so I am actually just going to stick with an AI match. I'll switch to... No, I'll stick with the same ship. I really like that design. But I will switch heroes against my better judgment. I will put in Harlequin instead of him, Crank. I'll put in the Butcher. He's kind of melee, right? Well, he pulls people and he can explode. Yeah, he's melee, so I'll put him in instead of... Against my better judgment, because I think Martel is the best character at present, I'll swap out Martel. I've never seen what happens when you lose, so, you know, I'm a big good excuse. And I'm going to swap in the Shockwave, because I want to try it, and I'm going to do that instead of that power. Okay, here we go. We'll hopefully get a new map that I've only played on, like, say, 3. Oh, that's a shame.
Today, live, another exciting battle.
Trust me, believe me, there are more maps. This is not the only one I've played on. Okay, who am I placing first, and where the hell am I placing them? Let's get this Butcher guy up close, so he can pull targets in, right? So if I put him there, I'm formulating a little plan on the go here. Alright, he's got a Crank over there. Let me see movement-wise. I'm going to put her there.
Lady Aurora.
My plan is he could pull someone over to him, especially if he stands there. But annoyingly, he's put 2 over there. I guess I can... What's the champion's powers again? He can leap to targets. He can deal damage to adjacent targets. Okay, and I'll put the Harlequin there. Although I don't think that would be the best placement. He has a really... Did he just say Harlequin? It's Harlequin, isn't it? Either way. I wonder if you can switch... No, you can't. I don't think you can change active people. So what is his basic ability? His basic ability is deal 2 damage to an adjacent enemy, and it has to be literally adjacent, right? Yes, it does. Whoops. Okay, I'll get rid of that text. Apologies. Right, he's gonna walk there. Oh, I should have moved him there so he could do a pull. Oh, I didn't think that through. And he's gonna strike her. That looked painful. That looked real painful. Alright, is this going to be an attack? It is going to be an attack. Wrecking ball to the face. Painful. Right. Now, she should be able to even things up here by killing this one with both attacks. I'll take both, but I'm willing to, you know, make that sacrifice at this point. Alrighty. And then it'll be... Harlequin's going to die. I don't think there's any avoiding that at this point. I don't even think attacks can miss. I think they can just either do minimum damage or maximum damage. It would be nice if there was a kind of evasion mechanic. Oh, he's on 1 HP because she got minimum damage both times. Unfortunately, I only have my melee attack, so... He can only pull 2 squares, so if he stood there, he wouldn't be able to reach either of them anyway, so I'm going to get the extra ether for my ship. That way Harlequin hasn't totally wasted his time, and he's going to wound Crank. Or whatever the enemy Crank is called. That's good damage for a melee attack. Oh, and there we go. And I do have access to the pull target, right? Yeah. Alright, and I can't pull through scenery, obviously, because he's not the bug. He is just going to claw her face off. He only does 2 damage, which is unfortunate. I might go for the ship next with him. Yeah, take it. Alright, who's next? Crank. Obviously going to kill Harlequin. That was basically going to happen regardless. Goodbye. And that's my first bit of HP damage, but I do get an ether. I get 2 ether, in fact, so that's not too bad. And he's walking towards my ship. Right. How much HP does she have? 2. I'm going to make sure this kills before moving. Good, it did. Now I'm going to use her other thing for a move, and I'm going to give myself even more ether. Right.
Scorching.
Oh, she damaged me by 3. That's fine. Right. So I don't have any melee focused champions, which is, well, actually I do. I have Harlequin, but right, let's throw him out again and see what happens.
Ooh, Harlequin.
Harlequin, whatever. Right. Now I can do a pulse and knock people back, but unfortunately I don't have anyone placed to make best use of it. Now I do have the Butcher's ult, which is, what was it, suicide or whatever? I kind of just want to wail on the hero that he's put right between me. The computer has not placed it very well, again. So yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, chainsaw her face off. It's only did 2 damage, that's nasty. But that's fine, because she can finish the job. Right. Oh, I can also immolate. Is that a critical hit? Yeah, that was max damage. If he gets max damage again, he's dead. He's dead, just from, you know, base damage. That's bad. Harlequin, I don't like you. Okay, what we're going to do with Aurora. We are going to obviously stab this person in I was going to say the face, but it's more like in the butt. So here we go. Oh, she turns and faces, okay. And then we're going to move... I don't even need to move right next to the ship to damage with her because of the way she works. So I'm just going to walk over here. What are you going to do? You're attacking the ship. Yep, smacked me for quite bad, in fact. How much did that do? Oh no, that only did 1. I think she must have got a crit the first time because it played an animation. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to drop her right there in front of you to stop you meleeing. Looks like he's trying to go for ship damage. What does Immolate do again, damage-wise? I think it does 4. Let's kill him.
Up the heat.
Yep, did exactly enough. That has removed an immediate problem. It's also used up a lot of my my ether and my ship, but that's fine too. And then, oh, after it finishes not responding for a little bit. Come on, thank you. We'll move him... Well, actually, can I shoot the ship with that? No. We'll move him up here to start smacking the ship on his next turn. Or possibly crank. Oh, he moved forwards, fair enough. And she is going to hit the ship both times. I think I'm going to be able to wear him down faster than he can wear my ship down. I think. So anyway, I'll start going over my final thoughts. Other than the kind of the constant not responding for a few seconds, I am enjoying the tactical elements of Aerena. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Clash of the Champions, regardless. And keep in mind, everything you are seeing is going to be a free-to-play game, especially if you choose to play it via, you know, your smartphone, etc., or your Mac. It's only got a price on early access because it has to, and if you do get early access, you are getting stuff for your money. You're getting heroes and ships that won't always be available when you play free-to-play because it works on a rotation system like Smite does. If you don't know what that means, it means that, say, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, I don't know, it's up to them to decide the time, a number of the available free ships and free heroes changes. That gives you a chance to try before you buy. It also keeps things varied for people who aren't, you know, wanting to put money in. Oh, using that could actually spell my end. I'm not sure. How much damage does his suicide thing do? No, it doesn't do enough. But I think 2 melee attacks is actually going to be enough for me to barely get a win here. I am on 1 HP with my ship, and it is actually going to be just enough. Very, very close. That's the closest I've ever came to losing against the training AI. Oh, one more slight complaint. There isn't much of any kind of tutorial at present. Keep in mind, you know, it's in the process of being made. But I found it a bit difficult to get into. Even, like, say, a video tutorial would go a long way to ease in new players, in my opinion. Still. Oh, I got Light 'em Up. That's the one the enemy keeps on using at me. Oh, no, wait, no, it's not. It needs 10 ether and it deals 3 damage to all enemy champions. That's pretty nasty. Nice. So, yes, this is going to conclude my Let's Look at Aerena, Clash of the Champions. And if the devs happen to watch my coverage here, I really do apologise if I've been butchering the name of the title. Feel free to check it out. There will be a link to the Steam store page below, or if you want to play the pure free-to-play version to, you know, try everything before you buy, keep a lookout for this on Steam, on Mac, on Android, on iOS, etc. sometime in the first quarter of 2014. My name has been Flik. Thank you for watching this Let's Look At. Stay tuned for more content, more stuff, more indie coverage and more. Ta-ta for now.